Alright, let's get this shit done. We have beef to just hit this shit. Come on. That felt nice. It was pretty good. Dropped to like 130. Hit more reps. Okay. Crunchy knees. Crunchy ankle. But not to worry, chest. Fuck. Jesus. That felt fucking heavy. Felt nice though. Nothing like a chest day. Okay. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, fuck. Okay. On to the next exercise. Alright. Let's get this shit. Right. Maybe one more. One more. Never mind. Okay. Let's go. A little bit of roll, a little close. Yes, that's all I had. Fuck. That's a fucking bench. Going into this. This train. Fuck. Okay. Oh, fuck. Alright. Let's get this shit done. Oh, fuck. Okay. Alright. Oh. Okay. 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 That was fun. Well, I figured out how to make it just that little bit harder. Okay. Let's do this again. Fuck. No, that's true. Fuck it. That felt nice. Alright. Okay. Let's push that a little bit harder. Well, you gotta tell yourself right before stepping. Right there. On the cusp. Hear that note. Holy fuck. Ugh. Hello. That was a hard ass workout, man. Well, I said there was probably not going to be very many late night workouts for a minute. But hey, today was a very hectic day, so I'm not surprised that it ended up being a fairly late night workout thing. So, I think that might help. I don't know. Not a massive surprise that it ended up being a late night workout. Late night, early morning now. So, because I got to the gym at like 10:50, almost 11 o'clock. And I think it's 12. So, hey. Late night session, early morning session, same fucking thing. Hard training is what it is, man. So, and then I'll post this video at some point tonight or tomorrow, and then hit arms. So, but just in back, I did realize something. Probably why my lats aren't engaging as well. And I saw a video about this thinking, oh, yeah, that makes sense. And then I never put it into actual training. I just heard the knowledge, went, ooh, that makes sense, and just forgot about it, which that sucks that I did that because, well, I mean, it's fairly recent, so it's okay. But it was a sports scientist saying, hey man, if you're doing any pullover movement, try and engage the abs so you get more stretch on your lats and a little more activation when you pull down. And as soon as I started doing that today on my lat movement today, holy shit, on my lat movement, I felt my lats working way better. Like they started activating. I felt the stretch more. I felt that like activation halfway through better. And those are just like little implications of that doing that small cue is helping. Being able to feel the muscle is an indicator. And then depending on if you do it correctly, how pumped is the muscle after doing that set. And my lats got real pumped. Like it felt amazing. So I liked it. It was nice. And then I switched out the handles for that the like cable press thing because of it's just shorter handles, so more range of motion without like needing to drop the weight pretty much, so it's constant tension, so it felt nicer. Just like simple shit I'm looking for. Am I gonna do it every time I train that? No. As long as I continue to hit my chest and my back or any other body part as hard as I can at that very moment, I'm not gonna be mad. I'm gonna be as happy as I can about just being able to hit the body part to my best ability at this point. So, but that's also just because I like training. I think it's way fun. So, yeah, like this is a perfect example of just going into the gym and learning a little more. Oh shit. Forgot to add that off. And just learning. Because if I wasn't, then I'm not having as much fun. So like it's never a hard thing to realize that like you're not the smartest person in the room, or you're like stuff like that is not like easy for you to realize when you're younger, because well, you're young and dumb and you think you know everything. And but like that's the course of like learning for me, is like learning that I'm not that person. I'm not the best at what I'm doing. Like this whole like training, like just training in general has been hard because I'm just adding a little bit of extra stuff. What the fuck? It scared the shit out of me, man. But like stuff like that helps. And then like just learning throughout like the time I'm training. Like that's fun to me. I would never be mad if someone walked up to the gym and told me something like I was doing something wrong, because I probably was. Oh God, like I can have as many years under my belt as possible And I still believe that I could be doing something wrong. Because, like, I understand the whole concept of how muscle grows, and I understand the whole concept that you need the ability to stretch the muscle and put it under tension so it grows. But am I doing the most optimal fucking split, the most optimal exercises? I'm going to say probably not. Just because it all depends. Because lat pull-downs, like lat pullovers, on God, depending on what machine I use, I max out the stack. So that means the only way to progress with that certain machine and that certain exercise, I now have to either add reps or slow the tempo down. So there's that too. Just stuff like that you have to learn and understand that not everything is going to be absolutely to the perfect thing. Like, even it took Jeff Nippard almost 15 years to say that he made the perfect program, the most optimal program. And how much you want to bet in another fucking 4 years stuff have changed and his program is not the most optimal anymore? But that's because we're growing in the fitness community, and we're also doing more studies. Like, I realized when I was younger, and when I say I was younger, I was probably it was probably 8 years ago, no, I was into almost 12, pretty much 12 years ago, when I was 6, I was watching videos on bodybuilders and shit, and they were saying stuff that was been proven to be wrong nowadays. And that's only about 12 years. That's crazy. And then 10 years ago, they more stuff came out. And then when I was 10, I wasn't that big on it, but I was as soon as I turned 16, so about 2 years ago, I was doing more studies and stuff, and looking at more studies and looking at watching more videos, because I got back into it. Well, I never left it. It wasn't my main focus at the time. So, but it's always been an interesting concept to me, because I watch some older videos that I've seen of people saying you have to squeeze on the top to make sure that muscle grows, and then some people are saying top half reps are great. And now that the studies have come out and said if you do the top third, it actually doesn't do as much muscle growth as we once thought. It does less than a third of the amount of muscle growth the bottom 2/3 do. So does that mean train only the bottom 2/3? I don't know. There's actually not enough studies saying that maybe you should. Even with the one study that Jeff Nippard did, where he grabbed trained lifters and only did one side did full range of motion, the other side did the bottom 2/3. Guess what? It's shown almost no statistical difference in muscle growth. That means the bottom 2/3 are very important. If there is no statistical difference between going that stretch position and going here, and you're going from here to here, pretty much no difference, that means the bottom stretch is where you're getting the most amount of muscle growth. So try and load that bottom third, so you can have that that makes it harder at the bottom because that's where your muscles have to work the hardest. Like I actually, like, it was only like 3 years ago, I saw a video about one dude saying add bands to your hack squat because then you can add more weight and it's going to be harder on the bottom because, well, it'll be a little easier on the bottom and then it'll be harder on the top where your muscles are already at the strongest. So why not work the strongest point so you get a little more muscle? And then some people, even to this day, are like, well, yeah, why wouldn't we do that? Because your muscles don't grow when you work the strongest point of them. They actually just stay the same. You actually just kind of just stay. Like, you just get in that between spot of technically gaining the same amount of muscle you're losing, which is staying in a happy medium. And then when you're like, well, why not challenge the hardest part of the movement and see what happens, we saw more growth. So all I'm saying is, like, if you're in the gym or doing anything, try and do your hardest thing. Like, if you struggle with something, that's okay. Try and do it to your best ability. Because no matter what, it's gonna be hard, and that's where you grow at. Is under load and under pressure is where your muscles grow. So why not try your best to grow under a little bit of pressure or under a little bit of difficulty? Because no matter what, the difficulty is something that will help you get better. You know how the saying is pressure creates diamonds? That's a very true statement. The amount of pressure to create a diamond is a lot. But guess what starts off from a diamond? Either a porous rock or coal. Well, I think it's just coal because it has the right amount of carbon concentrate. So the harder you push the coal, the more it becomes a diamond. But guess what? At first, the coal breaks, and then we have to restart, because when the coal breaks, you're not actually creating a diamond, you're creating coal dust, because you need the coal to stay together to create this diamond. And that's kind of what you are. Is don't put too much load on yourself to where you just crack like a coal piece under load. Put just enough pressure to where you slowly get stronger and like slowly become that diamond. I know it sounds corny as hell right now. It's gonna sound corny as hell later. But like, my whole thing is a little bit of pressure helps. Not a ton. Not earth-shattering, not you having panic attacks every fucking day. Or you are so stressed out because you're so worried about something because you have so much pressure on yourself. No. I never want people to go through that, because I've gone through it. I didn't have panic attacks because I never dealt with that. Like, I actually have not dealt with that. I have had, like, I've panicked because that's a normal human response. But like, I forget what it was called. But I have been in the point of pressure where I'm just like, I can't focus. I'm stuck here. How am I going to get out of this place? How am I going to keep going? Blah, blah, blah. Like, stuff like that. Like, that frustrated me for the longest time, because I was just stuck there for like a year and a half of just in that point of not being able to do anything in my, like, that's how I felt. And yet I came out a little better. Now, could that have like literally made my life harder and worse? Yes. Was I lucky? Kinda. That's the thing, is like, you don't need to put too much worry on yourself. That's why I don't preach going to the gym specifically. I preach getting exercise, because if the gym is too hectic for you at the start, I don't want you to go put more pressure on yourself. I want you to try and do a little walk, try and add stuff to your repertoire. Get a little more exercise, because that's all you need, is that extra little bit of exercise. Because studies have shown that the minimum amount of exercise you need, and this is cardio wise, is 120 minutes a week. That means everything you like every walk, everything like that, that extra little bit helps a lot. Like, I don't want you guys to be couch potatoes because you can't get that energy. Try your very best to like work a little bit harder, because everybody has that effort, everybody has that want. Like, I've never heard someone who even, like, to this day, like, I have like some friends who are overweight, and guess what, I still hear them say, I would like to have that hero physique, but that's because we're all really young. We always have that it's inspiration to be that like cool, wide shoulder protagonist in a comic book. No, you don't have to be that. I just want you to be better than who you were last month. If you are better than who you were last month, that goes hard. Because no matter what, being able to stand in a mirror and say, damn, I look better, is the excitement I like. I wish, like, if I'm able to hear people say, you helped me, fuck you, dude. That hits hard. Because I wish I could tell people that. Because that's a lot of courage in my eyes. Being able to tell someone that they were an inspiration to you. Or being able to get there because someone gave you that little nudge. I didn't do anything. Is what, like, I've listened to so many, like, fitness influencers. And, like, I've listened to, like, their stories of, like, these people going, yeah, I've been, like, emailed saying, you, like, did this, you helped me. And a lot of them say they didn't do anything. Except all they did was give you a little nudge. Everything else is you. And that's what I wish I could, like, I wish more people were talking about. Is, like, the power of the person behind that screen that's watching these videos. It's not me who's helping you. It's me. All I'm saying is, like, words that you already already want to hear. You just don't have that inspiration yet. And if that means you need some guy on the internet telling you that, that's okay. Like, David Goggins got really famous being that guy. And I'm glad for that, because I've heard more and more people start off just doing more exercise because of him. Or like Sam Sulek like more and more people have been going to the gym because of him. Because he inspired people. Like, that's something that is so cool to me. Is like this little niche, this little fun thing that some people just started doing has become an inspiration to people. And I think that's amazing. Dude, like, that's such a cool thing. And that's why I'll keep telling you, if your goal is the stars, reach for them. Can you grab at them sometimes? No. But does that mean you'll get halfway there? Hell yeah. Just remember that. That's going to be the fun thing. So, have a good night. Have a good day. Whatever it is. Bye.